yes, I was being of service in these businesses, and I was helping to achieve like certain goals or frameworks or strategies or KPIs, whatever acronym we want to use today, that were being set out. And I was working with very great, nice people. It just was not actually allowing me to see like how am I basically bringing God to my work. Like I wasn't seeing the benefit of how I was showing up and doing this particular type of work benefiting the kingdom.
Yes, that's so good. Before I go into one of the biggest lessons you taught me there, I'm gonna keep it real, okay? Your strategy of like 5 to 6 years, I can't. How did you not make an impulsive decision to say, I'm just not gonna do this anymore? This isn't for me, and I'm done. How did you not react impulsively within knowing how you felt?
I think just seeing the bigger picture, like there's a lot of other elements involved in decision making that I don't think it can be hard in a short context like this, but just like your family background, what is your financial situation, like who are you helping to support, who is helping to support you. At that time, I was also in a long distance relationship. That's why I live in Los Angeles now with my now husband. And we were traveling back and forth between California and Arizona, and we did that for about 5 years. And I also was just very clear, too, that like I wasn't willing to move to California until I was married. And so there was just all these kind of other factors in relation to like, well, when would I really look to try to make a move based on where I saw the trajectory of like our life going. Because I was very clear that like he was my life partner. He is a very strong human being and godly man. And so that was always clear for me.
I love that. Something that you're teaching me even in this conversation, and we've been friends for what, 3-4 years now, something crazy like that. Because it's been so, like, it doesn't feel like
I know it's fast.
It's so fast. Something that you're teaching me too is that a part of this process of going from Midian to, you know, getting ready to conquer Canaan, right? Which is it's really kind of the theme for this season if we think about it. That's crazy. It just hit me. Like, a part of that is boundaries, right? But like, not only boundaries in the workplace or boundaries in a certain area of your life, but boundaries with yourself. Can you talk us through what your process is of setting boundaries so that you can kind of counteract impulsivity?
I would say it's been learning. So I wouldn't say I've always had this. I have been in some interesting situations, I think, like many young women, and not great relationships.
We do our best.
We do our best with what we have. So does everybody, including our parents and many people around us. And I spent a lot of time, I think, just sometimes in a faith community, we can lean a bit just on like, okay, we pray and go to God, but he also did create all these other humans with all these other amazing gifts and skills. And I started therapy for the first time a little over 10 years ago when I got out of a really bad relationship, which I didn't even realize was going to be like the seed of a future trajectory to what I'm on now, of being open to seeking like outside help. And that is what has helped me get tools to create boundaries.
I love that.
And boundaries are really useful. They can sometimes have a negative connotation, but boundaries are really only something that we can do for ourselves. Boundaries is not about placing a rule on somebody else, because you cannot control somebody else's behavior, only yourself. And they're actually there to help us be in relationship with people, like how to have strong boundaries with someone that might feel difficult to us, or we feel kind of impacts our peace in certain ways, but we still want to be able to come to a space to be around them. That's what boundaries actually allow us to do, versus just like the version of ghosting or like cutting people off.
I used to be a cut-offer.
We all have.
I'd be like, deuces, chucking what's Chris Brown say?
Well, you also kind of can't help it. You're a Gemini, so I know you got a little of that.
Honey, I'm a child of God. I don't even know what you mean by that.